So-called Christians do not believe in the Bible.
So I have an aunt that does before her service, and she's a pastor. She's a pastor, and she does the snow. And yeah. And so me and my mom had to go to one of her sermons before. And so we have sit front row because that's where his family sits, right? And so me and her does not get along. Like, we never gotten along. Like, she always throws shots at me, like shots after shots. Like, it doesn't matter, right? And so we in the front row, and she's preaching to her congregation. Mind you, her congregation has no idea what she does before her services, okay? No idea, all right? Because if they did, they wouldn't be going. Hello? And so, yeah, so she was preaching on one of her sermons, and she looked at me one time, and then she looked back at her congregation, and she side-eyed me before she said that. She was like, I can feel a demon in here. And I was just like, Mom, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And I couldn't really say too much because they're the generation that abuse their kids through a motherfucking wall. That's how they are. So I couldn't say nothing.
Well, alrighty then. Let's go to the Bible. Titus chapter 2, verse 3. Let's start at verse 2. That the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. The aged women likewise. So, of course, the men, which are the leaders, which are being addressed first, that ought to be the pastors in the congregation. The Lord charges us to be sober. And it says the aged women likewise. You understand? You can't be tooting up lines in the church or period at all. Watch this. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober. So there's a couple of things to unpack here. First of all, a woman is not permitted, yes, a woman is not permitted to teach a congregation. Her ministry is described here, to teach the young women. That's what the aged women are permitted to do in the church, not teach the congregation as a pastor. But one of the first things it mentions that she is to teach the young women is to be sober. But instead, this aged woman that's a pastor is antagonizing the young women and saying that they have a demon on them when she full of cocaine. You cannot make this up. You gotta think, this is a leader of an actual congregation of people that think they're being led to the kingdom of heaven. Christianity is insanity, brothers and sisters. So-called Christians do not believe the Bible.